If you haven't lived under a rock, you must have heard that the TF2 community is relaunching the Save TF2 movement. This time they call it #FixTF2, and this time the figureheads decided to actually not make it a circle jerk to promote each other. The revolutionary idea is to focus on the problem and not on the YouTubers themselves. #SaveTF2 had little to no effect, only that Valve put out a tweet that made all of us happy and curious, but it was just lip service and they did nothing, despite having almost limitless resources and the know-how to tackle the problem. Let's first address the problem before I continue with my limitations why Valve is doing nothing about the problem. The problem are bots. That much is clear, but who is it that is spawning them in virtual machines and making them hop from server to server, annoying everyone playing TF2? What is going on in the head of a bot hoster? They are just trolls who take fun and pleasure in annoying others and stopping people from having fun. A couple of years ago, a bot hoster of the Deltatronic bots, Dashi or whatever, has been caught with CP and he went to jail. The guy has been known to be a real jerk and a brony. Why am I not surprised? The other bot hosters are probably not much better. What kind of a sad fuck do you have to be to go out of your way to spoil the free time of other people? Not just other people, but TF2 gamers. I have come across so many awesome guys while playing TF2. I met funny guys, goofy noobs, sweaty tryhards, even people who took their game a little too serious and that had to vent their anger by being toxic towards their own team or the opposing team. I love all these kinds of people, but the bot hosters are a different kind. People who I'm sure hate themselves and therefore make it impossible for others to love them. Each and every bot hoster played TF2 normally and then was beaten one too many times in the game, so that the bot hoster swore revenge on all of the TF2 community. Seriously, the TF2 community are gamers, and let's be honest, we are often considered losers out there in the real world. TF2 is a very niche thing, and the average people will look at you weird if you tell about the game and your passion for it, and that you even invested some money in it. Let's not get sidetracked here. I was talking about the bot hosters. I can't bring myself to hate them. It is just an annoyance to have bots in the game, to the point where the game is almost unplayable. It is honestly sad that they have given up on being decent human beings and went full scumbag mode. They just annoy a harmless bunch of people, the TF2 gamers. The What Show made a good video explaining how some bot hosters even doxed and swatted one TF2 creator. I won't go deep into it. What happened was that the victim was Mega Scatterbomb, an awesome guy who did a lot in trying to save the game from cheaters and bots. The bot hosters named their bots like him and linked to his Discord to make it look like he hosted the bots. Then they doxed him and even made some insane bomb threats at Mega Scatterbomb's university under his name, which led to police arriving at his door. What kind of garbage human being do you have to be in order to do something like that? The answer is an absolute piece of shit. So, the bot hosters are a sad existence of unloved fucks who have a whole bunch of issues. These assholes will not change anytime soon. So, the circumstances have to change in order to make them stop their bot hosting. Valve needs to get off their asses and actually allocate a tiny amount of their resources to make their game playable again. Hell, you can't even play TF2 half of the time anymore, because bots roam every server in the AM hours and there are not enough human players to kick them. What can we do to make this right, so that the new movement, FixTF2, has an actual effect to make Valve get rid of the bots? I don't know, but all I know is that doing some hashtags on Twitter isn't going to cut it. This is exactly what the first FixTF2 circle jerk did. Valve responded with the tweet and that was it. Honestly, hashtag FixTF2 did absolutely nothing. It would have been better to show everybody how to kick bots, because after 5 years of bot crisis, there are still many players who have no idea how to call votes on players in TF2. This would at least have a little effect, which is better than absolutely nothing. Kicking the bots, though, is just doctoring on the symptoms. It doesn't attack the root of the problem. These are the bots and their bot hosters. A big part of hashtag FixTF2 was that it was too overly positive. We all love the game so much, and we are so many awesome YouTubers. We make awesome videos about it, make some posts on friggin' Twitter. But don't harass anyone and stay positive. It doesn't help much to attack bot hosters, if that is even possible. Valve needs to take action. So my take on how FixTF2 should actually work is spam Valve. Write emails, letters and all kinds of social media addressing the problem. Bots destroying the game and Valve does nothing since 5 years despite having the resources. Valve continues to make a ton of money off the TF2 community. And the only new stuff we get in TF2 is the stuff we do ourselves in the workshop. War paints, cosmetics, taunts. This is really shameless and Valve needs to hear this 1,000 times, or better yet, influential news outlets that cover news and the gaming sphere need to pick up on this, so that Valve starts to look bad. Valve needs to get harassed and be called out for the scumbags that they are. So, you know what to do. If you love this game and you're serious about it, write a real life letter to Valve. Don't be wishy-washy like the FixTF2 soy boy circle jerk. Address the problem and tell them they must fix their damn game or just delete it altogether. But making enormous profit off of it while having the TF2 community suffer for 5 fucking years is a real scumbag move. Make hashtag FixTF2 have an actual effect. Forget the damn bot hosters. They are sad fucks and karma will get them back, one way or the other. Valve is the only one who can do something and some positive tweets are not going to cut it.